Psalm chapter 91 or Psalm 91. Okay, Psalm 91. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. Already, it starts off a lot. One thing noted again is that, listen to this portion again. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. So it's it's also maybe imagery, but it also may be a description. What do you think? Because I know that we've talked about this in previous Bible studies, how there's times where it's describing, the Lord's wings, the Lord being sheltered under the Lord's wings, under his. As we know, we see birds of the air. Birds, they when they lay their eggs or they lay their nest, they cover. They sit or they cover their young or their eggs for protection, for heat, for different reasons, and so we can see that as well. We can know that that is comforting. It's a description as well. But what do you think? Do you believe that maybe the Lord it has wings? Um, what kind of whenever you read the Bible, what kind of imagery comes to your mind of any? Does it? Can you think of a way of comfort, of protection? And so, right off the bat, he starts off with how this is just being protected, being having the faithfulness of the Lord, protecting us from the fowler's snare, from the wicked, and from the darkness. And so there's a lot here, bringing past to present. That still reigns to be true. I believe Moses was the writer of this as well, because we're in part of Psalm. There's different books, and I believe we're in book 4 of Psalm actually, and that has different authors, and one of them is Moses. And so, and we've talked about that. There's um, David, Solomon, Asaph, Korah, Moses, and so there's quite a few writers in the book of Psalm, and it's beautiful. It's an expression of worshiping the Lord, full worship of the Lord, giving praise back, hallelujah, giving that praise back to the Lord and thanking Him for everything, and knowing that we can depend on Him, that we can have faith, and that our faith, He confirms us. He tells us, do not be afraid. He confirms his protection to us over and over and over again and throughout the Bible. And so here we have, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. That protection, your walk with the Lord, your walk, bringing past to present again, your walk with the Lord, your journey with the Lord, and how listening, having that time with the Lord, having a conversation with the Lord, worshiping the Lord, and listening for what the Lord has to say and what guidance the Lord has for your life. All of that. It's amazing. And it provides shelter. It provides us protection because the Lord is there to provide for our needs. What kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel and what does it make you think?